Hi, my name is Julia, and this is Space Daily News channel. On August 30, a large coronal mass ejection occurred from the Sun in the direction of Venus. The European Solar Orbiter was in the right place at the right time. It was able to collect data on the coronal mass ejection and its effects on the probe. Fortunately, the ejection did not damage the solar probe, as it designed to operate under such conditions. The Solar Orbiter was launched in February 2020. The goal of the probe's 10-year mission is to explore the Sun and its polar regions. The orbit of the spacecraft was chosen so that it would periodically return to Venus in order to change or tilt its orbit under the influence of its gravity. The third flyby of Venus took place on Sunday, August 28, when the Solar Orbiter flew about 6,000 kilometers from the upper clouds of Venus' atmosphere. This gravitational maneuver will allow the probe to return to the Sun and approach it 4.5 million kilometers closer than before. Even when it was near Venus, when some of the solar probe's instruments were switched off, the solar probe was able to record a coronal mass ejection, a phenomenon so important for understanding the Sun's dynamics. The Sun constantly emits protons and electrons as well as some ionized atoms. But when the Sun experiences particularly large flares and plasma ejections, these particles are accelerated to near-relativistic speeds. Such particles pose a radiation hazard to astronauts and spacecraft. Recent observations of coronal mass ejections have shown the difficulty of observing space weather. As can be seen in these images, a full halo is visible when the ejection is heading directly toward Earth or, as in this case, away from Earth. And determining whether a coronal mass ejection is heading toward or away from Earth when viewed from Earth is not easy, since in both cases it appears to be expanding. This is why European Space Agency plans to launch spacecraft Vigil in the mid-2020s, which will be located at the Lagrangian point L5 of the Earth-Sun system. This location will provide data which, when combined with data from ground-based stations, will help determine the direction of the coronal mass ejection. The Sun affects all bodies in the solar system. It is important to understand how space weather affects humans, robots and communication systems in order to explore the Moon or Mars. European Space Agency's Space Weather Service network currently makes predictions for Mercury, Venus and Mars. Space Daily News. Like, share and subscribe.